Hi everyone, my name is Emma Mills, and during my documentary today I'll be discussing whether climate change is really a debatable topic or not. I'll be going through the different ways in which climate change affects our environment, as well as affecting some famous landmarks that are slowly deteriorating. I'll present certain facts on climate change and the ways in which we are able to help stop and prevent climate change from happening. A mock speech will also be presented with a special guest. The purpose of this documentary is to show that climate change should not be debatable, and everyone needs to realise all of the ways in which climate change can be prevented. It is slowly deteriorating the land we stand on today. I strongly believe that climate change has become a serious problem and needs to be stopped immediately. People don't know that the everyday things they do are contributing to the destruction of our environment. More droughts are occurring because of climate change. A drought is an extended period of dry weather caused by a lack of rain or snow. As temperatures rise due to global climate change, more moisture evaporates from land and water, leaving less water behind. When fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas are burnt, they release CO2 into the atmosphere. Because of this, the layer of the greenhouse gas is getting thicker, which is in turn making the Earth warmer. Thus, the ongoing unlimited burning of fossil fuels is part of the reason as to why climate change is getting worse. From these effects of climate change on our planet, it has slowly affected some of the most famous landmarks in the world. The Great Barrier Reef has already suffered dramatically from climate change. The warmer air and ocean surface temperatures have brought on climate change. They have impacted corals and altered coral reef communities by prompting coral bleaching events and altering ocean chemistry. These impacts have affected corals and the many organisms that use coral reefs as habitat. The Stonehenges in England could also become affected by climate change. Growing population of moles burrowing are slowly affecting the Stonehenges. The moles fueled by warmer summers could endanger the stones themselves by disturbing the soil beneath and making them more vulnerable to soil erosion. England's famous rainfall was a danger too. Flash floods and torrential rain worsen the situations as more intense weather patterns could one day turn the memorable monuments into a mere pile of rocks. The famous Statue of Liberty is also at risk. Rising sea levels and increasing storms are a real risk to Lady Liberty. Hurricane Sandy put the statue in the path of the largest Atlantic hurricane on record, causing approximately 75% of Liberty Island to disappear underwater. Though the statue was not damaged and was reopened, it is said that this might not be the case in the future. The more the atmosphere warms, the more the monument is at serious risk from rising sea levels and is slowly becoming increasingly vulnerable to storms. Rapa Nui National Park, or better known as Easter Island in Chile, is in the dangerous path of climate change. Easter Island holds the famous mysterious heads, and even though they are still a huge mystery to everyone, they might not be around for much longer. The same coastal setting that makes the island so fascinating could become a dangerous liability in the near future. The higher the waves become, the more likely they are expected to erode the statues, even more than they already have. There is a big possibility that they could even potentially topple the heads over if waves get high enough. Erosion is another danger as the island has a high soil erosion rate that could worsen with reduced summer rainfall, destroying both the artefacts on the island and on the island itself. Climate change is not just affecting the environment, it is putting a strain on our health too. The rising temperatures on both extreme heat and severe weather have caused many health-related issues, such as heat-related illness, death, cardiovascular disease, and mental health impacts. The more extreme weather causes air pollution, which can lead to asthma and cardiovascular disease, and changes in vector ecology can lead to malaria and other diseases. The rising sea levels create an increasing in allergens, which are affecting respiratory allergies and asthma, and water quality impacts. Increasing CO2 levels affect our water and food supplies, as well as being an environmental degradation. There are 11 ways in which the environment gives clues of climate change beginning to occur. These are changing rain and snow patterns, changes in animal migration and life cycles, less snow and ice, stronger storms, higher temperatures and more heat waves, more droughts and wildfires, thawing permafrost, damaged coral, rising sea level, warmer oceans, and changes in plant life cycle. The top 3 climate hotspots in Australia are number 1, Inner Melbourne for green politics, number 2, Kinglake Marysville for extreme weather, and number 3, Perth for drying and water shortages. There are numerous ways in which everyone can help to control or hopefully stop climate change. Here are a few ways in which this can be achieved. Number 1, be water wise. Watch your water usage and use simple techniques to use less, even to save your money. A few ways of being water wise are turning the water off while brushing your teeth, taking shorter showers, or using Eco Wash tablets to wash at cool temperatures. Number 2, reduce waste. Everything that is created has a life cycle which generates greenhouse gases. Help reduce these emissions by recycling whenever you can, buy recycled products, and reduce the amount of new packaging by buying less. Number 3, energy saving. Not only will using less energy save the planet, but it will also save you money too. This can be achieved by switching the power off at the wall on appliances when finished with the appliance. Switch to energy-saving light bulbs around your home and read the energy label on devices and try to buy the most energy efficient. Number 4, travel green. Vehicles are responsible for 1/3 of gas emissions, so by using yours less, you can make a difference. You can use your bike or walk to places close, use public transport when you want to go somewhere far, and switch to an electrical car. Number 5, clean energy. While you don't personally control your local energy plant, you can still make a difference by switching to renewable energy or installing solar panels and generating your own energy. And number 6, small changes. These can make you feel like you're making a difference and will start to add up. You can buy locally to stop travelling so far. You can even plant a tree and spread the word to your friends and family. These pie graphs show the amount of people that believe climate change is happening and is human caused. The left pie graph is on climate scientists and the right pie graph is on the American public. The left pie chart shows that 97% believe yes and 3% say no. The right pie chart shows that 41% say yes and 59% either said no or don't know. The pie chart on the right is a huge problem as it shows that more than half of the American population believe that climate change isn't a problem. If people don't know that climate change is a problem, then how will it ever be resolved? The more people that are aware of climate change occurring, then the more chance we have of stopping it. Did you know that 262 million people were affected by climate disasters in 2004? More than 98% of them in developing countries. As you are all probably aware by now that the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, has come to the end of his time as President. He gave his final speech to a crowd of people over in Chicago. In total, more than 24 million tuned in to watch the President present his speech. In this speech, he talked about climate change and the following ways we need to act towards it. Here is a mock interview of the speech presented by Barack Obama.
Take the challenge of climate change. In just 8 years, we have halved our dependence on foreign oil, we have doubled our renewable energy, and we have led the world to an agreement that has the promise to save this planet. But without bolder action, our children won't have time to debate the existence of climate change. They'll be busy dealing with its effects. More environmental disasters, more economic disruptions, and waves of climate refugees seeking sanctuary. And we can and should argue about the best approach to solve the problem. But to simply deny the problem not only betrays future generations, it betrays the essential spirit of this country, the essential spirit of innovation and practical problem solving.
Climate change is slowly taking over our lives. It is destroying the environment and even our health. The real issue is that majority of people believe that climate change isn't even a problem. As majority of people don't believe climate change is a problem, it makes it harder to fix the brewing issue. The more people that become aware of this issue, then the easier it will be to help stop climate change. You can change climate change and the route that it is heading. We need to learn to tackle climate change and to do it fast. Climate change can and needs to be stopped, but we need the help of everyone to do so.